Welcome to the Big Blue Radio Show, coming to you on Tulsa Community College's online radio station, The Grid, and the Creativity Channel, Cox Cable Channel 21. I'm Lee Goodson, president of Tulsa Community College.
And I'm Greg Stone, provost of TCC's Metro Campus in downtown Tulsa. Our guest today is Joe Schicke, assistant professor of English at TCC's West Campus. And he's here today to tell us about another passion in his life, music.
Joe Schicke is our guest today on the Big Blue Radio Show. Well, Joe, we're really excited to have you here today on the Big Blue Radio Show and glad you could make it. And
me too.
You're one of our new faculty members, right? How long have you been here at TCC now?
A little over a year.
A little over a year, and you teach English at the West Campus.
I teach English composition and writing 2 in a course called ALP, which is writing 2 and English composition combined.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of a fast track type course, I
Yeah,
guess
it's going really well too.
And you enjoy being around our students. And what kind of experience did you have before you came to TCC?
I was a part-time faculty member at Front Range Community College in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I also worked at Ames Community College in Greeley, Colorado.
Okay.
And that's it.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we understand you're also a musician, and
Correct.
we've seen you perform a few times, and so we thought that one thing we like to do here on the Big Blue Radio Show is ask people kind of what they do here at TCC or here in Tulsa, but then also what people may not know about you. And so talk to us a little bit about your practice as a musician and kind of how you got to this point. Have you been playing guitar all your life? Did you pick it up as a young child? Did it come later in life?
Young child.
Young child.
So
Tell us about that.
I was probably 6 when I first started playing, and I learned how to play with my fingers. I took guitar lessons, and I didn't like it because I had a little classical nylon string guitar, and it was boring, and I didn't like practicing.
And is that just like the one carved out of wood and molded type deal, and you thought that was boring?
It looks like this, but these strings are steel, and that one had nylon strings, and it was much smaller because I was 6. So
right,
I had
you were 6.
I had a 3/4 size guitar,
Yeah.
and I got bored, so I put it down, and then I found one of those little keyboards with a little demo button on it, and it had a little Bach piece on there. And
like the sound of a certain instrument type deal?
yeah, it was like a demo on what the keyboard could do. And it played a little Bach song on the piano so you could listen to it. And one day I got bored and started to pick that song out on the guitar that I had laying around. And then I thought, okay, I want to start playing now. So
The nylon one that you don't like?
yeah, and then so I asked for an electric guitar. And from that point on, I was pretty hooked. So that's when I was about 12. And so really, I've been playing since I was 12, so for over 30 years.
Did you come from a musical family, or is it something that you just emerged with on your own?
Not a musical family in the sense that everybody played instruments, and we didn't all gather around and play instruments together. Yeah. My sister played a little piano, and my mom played a little piano. But my mom tended to sing around the house a lot, so I think I picked up a lot of stuff there. I have 3 older sisters, and they listen to a lot of music, guitar and drum, rock and roll type music, like Van Halen, Boston, Iron Maiden, Kiss, and stuff like that. And so guitar music was kind of ingrained in my head.
Well, not only are you a musician, but you're a songwriter as well. And I was talking about what your family listened to or singing around the house. I'm curious about what your musical influences are. Who did you listen to? Who helped form your sound as a musician, and also who informs your work as a songwriter?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I've always kind of considered myself a guitar player. And when you ask me about influences, I'd probably mention a lot of guitar players. And it was only later that I started singing and writing songs. So guitar was basically Robert Cray, Huey Lewis and the News, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Van Halen, and Michael Jackson, which he isn't a guitar player, I don't think. But that's the stuff that I listened to when I was a kid. Then I met a blues DJ in Memphis, where I grew up, and he told me, go listen to Muddy Waters. So I started listening to Muddy Waters, and then that took me down the rabbit hole of every style of blues there is, Lightning Hopkins, Texas blues, Mississippi John Hurt, Son House, all the old guys, Otis Rush, B.B. King, and so I really went down the wormhole with that. And then I started to explore other types of roots music. I really just like old music, you know. So as far as guitar playing, I would say those people. And then songwriting, though, I don't really have a whole lot of, I never really had a whole lot of songwriting like influences that your audience would know. But I started to get into bands. And the people I was in bands with were writing songs. And they were saying, hey, let's play our own songs. So like my friend Jeff Burns and Mike Hall, and I was also in a band with Reba Russell. And I got into these bands, and they were writing songs. So really those people, like the people around me, were writing songs. And so I was like, oh, we're going to write songs? Well, I'll try doing that too.
So how long have you been performing professionally?
Well, professionally, like I would consider professionally like, you know, getting paid for it.
Right.
So since I was 17, I guess. Yeah.
What's been your most memorable performance?
Oh, I forgot you had that question on there. My most memorable performance, you know, they all kind of run together. But I was in a band called Minivan Blues Band in Memphis, and we played every Thursday night at the same bar for years. And all those run together, and they were all pretty memorable. And that was cool. I mean, I've played for big audiences before. I played up in Canada at a blues festival, and there was, you know, a couple thousand people there, and that was pretty crazy.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. But that wasn't even the most memorable. It was more, I barely even remember it, actually, because it was so crazy, you know. It was a 45-minute set in front of tons of people, so it just kind of flew by. But
Yeah.
I've been to your website. There's some great clips on the website and pictures from performances and some show dates. What if people go to your website, and is it joeschicke.com?
yeah, joeschicke.com. So JoeSchicke.com.
And what can they find there?
Well, they're going to find when I'm playing, and they're going to find some songs that they can download for free or just listen to that I've recorded with different bands in the studio.
That's great.
Yeah.
Before we get to we only have a couple minutes left, and you're going to play something for us before the show ends today, so we're excited about that. Before Dr. Goodson gets to the big question at the end of the show, if you were to give our audience a playlist right now, what would be on that playlist? What should we be listening to?
What should you be listening to? Well, it's the Tulsa crowd, right? So I have to mention all the great Tulsa music. I don't know if everybody out there knows what an amazing music scene there is here, but I moved here a little over a year ago and was immediately blown away. So listen to Desi and Cody, listen to Robert Halfling, listen to Adrian Gilly, Paul Benjamin, Levi Parham, Brujo Roots, bands like that. Just you know, The Voice, I think, is the local magazine. Look through there and find somebody playing at a local bar and go there. Also look on YouTube for those artists. There's a lot of others that I don't have time to mention. As far as national people, Pop Staples, the Staples Singers, is probably the best music ever made. And it's really peaceful music, and I think we really need that kind of stuff right now. Mavis Staples. I'm a huge Neil Young fan, so that guy actually helped influence my songwriting. Yeah.
I have one more question,
Yes.
if we just have a second, and that is, do you have an opportunity at all to integrate your music into your English classroom?
We, you know, it's weird because I used to say that teaching and music were the same, right? It's a performance. And then I realized, no, I want my students in my classroom to sit down and not be loud. And I want the opposite of my people at the show. But I've kind of flipped back, and now I think I want my students to move around and be loud, you know. So this semester we wrote songs together.
Did you
collaborative
really? Yeah.
with writing a song with 20 people is really hard. But you know, we did that, and then we wrote about it. We talked about what collaboration means and some of the
Great.
difficulties that are involved.
Just listening to you, I can't imagine you not integrating music somehow into your day job, so to speak.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, because I can tell you're so passionate about it.
They created posters for a panel presentation that they made, and I told them about my experience making posters for my bands, and we analyze song lyrics and videos and stuff like that. So
Great.
I once had a learning community, which is 2 classes combined of English composition and music appreciation. And so it was myself and the music appreciation teacher team teaching the course. So yeah,
That's great.
I do that a
Some
lot.
great opportunities
Thank you
there.
for asking. Yeah.
So this is the big question on the Big Blue Radio Show, and that is, if you had an opportunity to give advice, drum roll, to your 18-year-old self, what would it be?
It would be, on a general sense, listen more. That seems to be the number one thing that keeps coming back to me that I think is important in life, is listening to other people and taking the time to not think about what you want to say next and just listen. And I got that from music, because to make music effectively with other people, you have to listen to them and not listen to yourself, which is really hard. But it's a skill that transfers over into having discussions and working through problems together with people. And so that, and probably eat less sugar or stay away from sugar. It's really addictive.
It's just not, there's no energy in it.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, both great
Water
pieces
kids.
of advice. Great pieces of advice. We could all do some more listening, that's for sure. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we do want to thank our guest, Professor Joe Schicke from TCC's West Campus, for joining us. And as I said earlier, he's going to play us out for today's show, so stay tuned for that coming up next.
I'm telling my side of the tale. The wine's gone sour and the bread's gone stale. Forgotten details and hard-learned lessons, late additions and great depressions. And I know there's some deeper meaning. I'm just trying to unearth it. And I hope all this effort is worth it. I hope all this effort is worth it. I hope all this effort is worth it. One crack in the wall where the light shines through is when I realize that it's all about you. I got baby steps in front of me. I got a heart to fill, I got a mind to free. But I feel myself sliding, and it's starting to become a trend. And I'm trying to reverse it. And I hope all this effort is worth it. I hope all this effort is worth it. I hope all this effort is worth it. And I know there's some deeper meaning. I'm just trying to unearth it. And I hope all this effort is worth it. 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 Yes, I do. I hope it's worth it. I've been trying for a long time. I hope all this effort's worth it. All this effort is worth it. I hope all this effort